stream party. Let's go. So, what happened was my starting screen just disappeared. It's gone. I don't know where it's gone. So that's why I'm just here. Just here. So, that's a thing. That was when things just like give me heart attack. Also, I've got my really long tie. If I would jam. I feel that. I'm so nervous because like I worked so I put so much effort into it and I still feel like it's not good enough. It's just how I am. I need it to be like perfect. Otherwise, I don't feel like it's good. Yeah. Very, very long. Yeah, I got it. Oh, look at the teacups. Look at the teacup sleigh. Ah. Yeah, Smarfy did those. Yeah, you got it first, because you're first. But look at the teacup with the lipstick. Oh, they're so cool. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, I love them. No, but like, if I miss anything on the first one, I will quickly go through before. Like, for the second one, I want to go through, talk a little bit about his mum. And I also want to talk about those lights are going a bit fast. Okay, all epileptics, please close eyes. No, 1 second. Hold on. Please close eyes, epileptics. There we go. One clip, what clip? Hey! Hey, Mikey. Okay. Oh, what is this? Hold on.
Just give me a minute, y'all. I'm gonna go find my... I'm gonna go...
Do you need me to do this on stream, or... Hold on. Video capture. I got it. I know what I'm doing, I swear. Yep. There we go.
Find my Nerf gun. I'll be back in just a minute.
Why is she getting a Nerf gun?
Just give me a minute.
Very good. What am I doing? Ah! Delete that. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so pretty much with this, I have developed... Oh, Apom! Hey, Apom! Hey, everyone! So pretty much, for the next one, the flank. The flank. I know it's Fiank, but I call him Flank. Look, Apom, look at the cups! Smarfy's cups! I'm excited. I'm just getting... Lexler! Hi! I'm just so excited about the cups. The cups are so good. Yeah, Smarfy drew my badges for him, and they're little cups. They're little teacups. They're so cute. They are so cute. Ooh. I know, they're adorable. I'm getting one up. Your boy needs a cup. You can change it. You can change it in your settings. Also, I am applying for one of the cups because Smarfy drew so many cups. So I'm applying for one of the cups to actually be an emote as well because they're just so cute. So I rearranged my emotes a little bit. So the I need spelling one is tier 2. So Apom, one of your emotes is now a tier 2 emote. And then just all the T ones are all the tier 1s. I just thought that was more of a better way to rearrange it. That Herfyank is shitting nerves randomly. Apom is a tier 2 human. I think so too. But also I agree. I think that's so funny. Like, I'm seeing now how that relationship very much works because he is very trolly. He's very similar to what my partner's like. I like that. But I was just doing all this studying and there is so much. I am like overwhelmed by how much like he's done, and I don't think I will get everything in there. I will talk about more about like the history of why people think narcissism is a certain way when it's actually like many different ways. You thank Ali for all that information. He showed me an amazing video clip, so I'll be talking about that next week. Trump has many. So, yeah, he's okay. So the thing is, like, yeah, well, that's the thing. I have to talk even before we start talking about Trump. That's my thing. You have to talk about Fred. His father's fucking atrocious. So is this gonna... Well, Mikey, I don't know if... Allegedly, they never confirmed it. You can't say that, and that's in my part. That's also in my thing. Okay? Mikey, I don't know if you know about this. This is 2 parts because there's so much. I had a meltdown in the middle of the week. I'll stop saying things prematurely. It's fine. It's okay. I like that you're very informed about this. Like, the thing is, like, I had a meltdown in the middle of the week and went, there is too much for this to just be one part. So I'm doing pre-Twitter, after Twitter. Oh! Thanks for the raid. Yeah. You're wanting me to sing a raid song, aren't you? No, can I just have a day? I just feel like I had to break it up into like, well, I don't know how many people. Oh, thank you, Peter. I appreciate that. People have come in raiding and then like demand raid songs after that. I like the slurp as well. This poor lass never going to be able to get to... I'm okay with the trolls. I am very okay with the trolls. No, if anyone has been following the impeachment, he got acquitted again. So it's his second time impeached, but he got acquitted, so he's not going to jail. Or he still gets the benefits, doesn't go to jail, all that stuff. So he just gets away with everything. But I can get on with it if you want me to. I don't know. We like the slope. Oh, thank you for the follow, Max. Oh, hi, Max. How are you? Last one I saw. Yeah, I know. That was so, like, but that's the thing. Hey, Bonnie. Oh, okay. Hey, Bonnie. No, oh, yeah, it definitely was the most bipartisan impeachment. Like, that's the thing, like, it's... Oh, can I do it later? Like, after all of this? Because it is quite dark. I would like to have happier things at the end of this, because it is... Yeah, I know, Bonnie. Lena Bunky! Hey, Lena. Crossing the aisle is, I mean, just... Yeah, that's extremely good that they crossed the aisle. Like, that was pretty good. It's just a shame that there wasn't more. Like, and that's something I will be talking about next week, all that impeachment stuff. I think next week will be a bit more cheery, because as I've constantly been saying to my partner, he got more, he's more calculated. Yeah, I think the thing is, like, I want to look more into all that stuff next week, because, again, it is, like, next week's topic more so. This week is very different than his political things. There is one mention of a political run, because there was someone trying to get him to run in the 80s, which is insane to think about. What else is there? But other than that, it is very dark. Like, he covers a lot up. Yeah, it is very much the prequel to his political run. The thought that he does all this and then goes and runs for president and people are okay with it. Yes, there is the racial housing. There is the... It's very dark, and that's why I want happy things afterwards, because it's a lot. Like, I don't even get through everything. There's not an, like... Yeah. Like, I start off with saying how many legal cases he's been through before he reached his presidency. And it's insane. Like, I can't emphasize enough how insane it is. Like, that this man got into the White House and people were okay with it. I did the episode on the con man, and that guy was nothing compared to Trump. Absolutely nothing. Like, it's disgusting. Like, this man disgusts me. I believe everyone can change. I believe that you have... Family had his finger in... Yeah. Like, his whole family are in politics. His whole family, like, you can... He has connections in everyone. You remember the con man? Yes, the con man episode. Everything I learnt about con men has been through Trump things, because he is the ultimate con man. He can con anyone. It is... I haven't even started this. I haven't started all my information. And it's just... I always say, I believe anyone can change. But once you get to 74, I think you're a bit of a lost cause. Really do. They just throw it away. Like, you don't want to change at that point. You really don't. You're happy with who you are, especially if you're a little bit of a narcissist. Allegedly. Cover my ass, seeing he wants to sue everyone. But, you know. Again, forewarning. This one is dark. It's darker than what people on the media try to make it out to be. It is very dark. Oh yeah, I am putting points from your video in the next one because there's just so much information in this that I could not really add it to this because it's just, I've got to add all of that. So much. There's just, I could hardly go and do other things. Like, I was A-word. I don't know what A-word. I've already forgotten the A-word that I used. Did I say arse hat? I don't know. But teacup. Queen tea. But allegedly, yeah. I have to, okay. Forewarning. Everything in this, unless it has gone to court and someone has won, is allegedly. Because I don't want to get my ass sued. Okay? I just don't want to keep saying allegedly throughout the whole fucking thing because I'm forgetful. But it is all allegedly. But also he's a fucking liar. So, but yeah, there's a few dashes of some funny shit. Few dashes. But it is very dark. It's very sad. He's an asshole. So, I'll start off with the first 2 points of his two. I see sheep. Thank you. So you start off with like his two biggest role models before you talk about him. No, it's fine. I'm okay with being distracted. It is a dark thing. If you don't deal with dark stuff, again, I say this at the beginning of most things, of these things. You don't have to be here. It's okay. This isn't going to be, it's Trump funny. He's not funny. He can be funny, but if you hear his history, he's not funny. He's horrible. So, I talk about his father first. Not the ha-has. This is his dad. Yeah, you laugh to deal with it, and I completely get that, Bonnie. I am someone who laughs to deal with traumatic things as well. I make jokes. I also laugh when I'm uncomfortable. So I am completely on that. I just mean that he's not funny. Like, he's funny when he does something dumb, but things he's done, like, in this part, is just not funny. But some bits are funny. There are some humorous parts to this. But there is this engineer who worked very closely with Trump named Barbara Rez, and she will come up very commonly through the story because she worked very long time with him. She worked on the Trump Tower. She worked on the Commodore. She worked throughout the history, and she knew him for a very long time. And she has spoken about his relationship to his father, saying he never had to answer to anyone in his life before except maybe his father. I feel like that's a very important thing to remember about Trump, is that the only person he ever had to answer to is the dad. So is this something to kind of remember? So Fred Trump was born in 1905, October 11. He is American. He was born in the Bronx. After his father's death, he started a construction company straight away. He was 15. So he was a hard worker. That's the thing about people. Even if I don't like them, I will say positives about them. He was a hard worker. It's probably where I'm going to leave it. But the only people he trusted with business is his family. So his partner in his business was his mother. Yeah. So him and his mum worked together because he couldn't legally own a business. So at 15, so he had his mum. Yes, laugh. But he has done a lot. See, the difference between Trump and his dad, and this is something that you can kind of see why it happens later, that Trump builds in Manhattan and like all the really posh areas, whereas his dad would build in the Bronx, and he'll build apartments, he'll build where like they call it the poorer areas, and he will be like, he'll build where people live, where his dad, like, that's where his dad would do, where Trump wanted to build for the wealthy. So they have two different ideas. So his dad began building car garages and things for the US Navy, and then he built 20 buildings in Queens, a supermarket called Trump Market. So he was also like a showman. That's where Trump got it from. Like, he would like come off, like, you can kind of see it in him. He's like, look at me. And a lot of people would call him a sociopath. He would only use people if they were useful, and then once he was done with them, he'd just like brush them aside. So he ends up meeting Trump's mother, who was a Scottish immigrant. They had 5 kids. Trump ends up being a bit of trouble for him, but he likes Trump being trouble. And at 13, he sends Trump off to boarding school because he's too much trouble. So that's kind of like how Fred is. He's like, if you're not doing exactly what I want, I'll send you away. On Memorial Day in 1927, he was one of 7 people arrested in Queens for refusing to disperse from a parade when ordered to do so. And this is what APOM was talking about. This parade was a Ku Klux Klan rally. Now, it's never been established if... It's never been established if Fred was part of that, but seeing the rally was of 1,000 people, and he was one of the 7 people that was arrested, it's a bit... people are like, oh, was it mistaken identity? Was he actually... Yeah. Look, I try to give people the benefit of a doubt. Look, Mikey, I will also get into that. He should never have considered himself a Dem. Never have considered himself a Dem. Like, he was... There's... Yeah, no, it's fine. You can jump ahead, but there's a lot to consider. But it's always... The rally was a protest against the assault of a native-born Protestant in America by Catholic police. Yeah, no, that's true too. But that's the thing, though. It's very... The white police assaulted a white man, so they protested it, the rally. I'm really uncomfortable about it, because there's no evidence to point that he was, but it looks like he was. That's all I'm saying. Allegedly. Anyway, going off to worse things, he died in 1999. Was it 1999? Pretty sure. Yeah, 1999 from Alzheimer's. He died in 1999 from Alzheimer's, pneumonia. He had Alzheimer's for 5 years leading up to it. Apparently for the 5 years, according to Trump's niece, this is fucking terrible. Trump would make fun of his dad for having Alzheimer's. And allegedly, he tried to get the will changed to benefit himself. Trump did. So it was like he really loved his dad and wanted his dad's approval, but then also if it could benefit him, he would go against his dad and also made fun of his dad. It's a complicated relationship that I don't quite understand. Yeah, he tried to con his own dad, who taught him how to do that. Which I will get into a lot of stuff later, but yeah. I'm trying very hard to be unbiased about this because I feel like I've made it very clear. My opinion of Trump is very low. I do not like him. I have I used to, before I started, yeah, I'm trying to be unbiased, but I really do not like him. I don't, but I'm trying to be the proper, stop it, you're making fun of me. Okay, now we'll get into a real piece of shit. I can say it because he's been dead for a really long time, so I don't give a fuck. Save me from a lawyer. You have no idea how great timing that is. His other role model is Trump's other role model, Roy Cohen. Yeah, Roy Cohen. He was born in 1927. It's John Cena. He was a lawyer. He was actually an American lawyer who was the chief counsel for Joseph McCarthy, who was known for investigating and prosecuting communists of crimes. A little thing about that, though, is that they would blackmail people for their sexuality. So they would go, oh, you're gay? You're a communist now. Fucking piece of shit. Yeah. So between 1951 and 1952, Cohen worked with McCarthy to investigate many suspected of communists. They also claimed that foreign communists had compelled closeted homosexuals working with the US government to spy on their behalf in exchange for keeping sexuality secret. That's a better way, yeah. So their theories even convinced US President Dwight Eisenhower to sign a decree to bar homosexuals from working with the federal government. Yep. You'll understand why this annoys me so much at the end of me describing Roy Cohn. Okay. So the thing about Roy Cohn is that he ends up being a really shitty guy and being a lawyer for some really shitty people. So he represented high profiles such as Donald Trump, Rupert Murdoch, who I fucking love. Big fan. My rage is... I've kept it down for so long. I fucking hate Rupert Murdoch so much. I know. See, Mikey knows what I'm talking about. Where's the butthole clip? What the fuck is that? My mods have been fucking with the clip quote thing. Okay, so he also advised Richard Nixon, Ronald Reagan, and also was I'm really annoyed with you slang. Yeah, I only let mods do it because, which I shouldn't, because they're the ones that fuck with it so much. He also advised Tony Solano and John Gotti. So he's off with all the mafia members, and he used to, this is insane, because police can't put bugs in lawyers' houses because that's illegal, because, you know, client private privileges and stuff. He used to have the mafia have their meetings in his house. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. But that's what he did. He used to have the meetings in his house for the mafia. But it came to light that Cohen was a closeted homosexual. Ah, okay. Yeah, Bunny, yep, saw that coming. And he ended up dying of AIDS. So, calm as a bitch. I just really hate the man. I just do. But he's the type of person that taught Donald Trump that if someone attacks you, you just keep attacking them harder and harder, that you blackmail people, that you just all the horrible things like the DNA, getting people to sign non-disclosure agreements, all that horrible stuff. Haru, no. But that's all the stuff that he taught him. It's just, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. And like, people who have met Roy Cohn have said he's the devil. Like, you'd be around him and you feel like you're around the devil. It's just, But, so I guess, yeah, anyway, let's get into child Trump. Look at him. He's a child. Hey, I'm basic. Okay. Well, okay, let's go into this then. So Donald John Trump was born June 14th, 1946. Is there really? Peter, you need to send me that. Relax. Okay, I'll have a look. He was one of 5 kids, and as I said before, when he was 13, Fred sent him to military school. When they said when he went to military school, he actually did quite well. Like, he, opposed to when he was with his family, he started to strive, he started to do well studying, he started to do well. So I feel like maybe at home there wasn't much structure, and like maybe, so like when you have, every time you say that I would just, hi Haru. So there's this thing that they talk about, that Trump has when he has working, he has all the people under him, he always likes infighting. And I feel that this is just an idea, that he might have got that from his father, and he did that with the kids, that he'd have them infighting. So that maybe that was what was happening at home. And so when he went to school and it wasn't happening, he would try and get attention. He'd try to be the clown, and he'd get all this attention, and then he'd start doing well at school and seeing that was the way you'd get attention, and he was doing well there. But then when he went back home, he'd get reinforced that this is the way you did it, and this is how it happened. And like, being a child, that's where you get your building blocks. So if your father's building, this is how it happens, you're gonna grow up pretty interesting. All I'm saying. But I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, I think it was like 8 years old is where you develop the most. Thank you, Ali. Sometimes my brain. But when he got out of high school though and went to university, yes, sometimes my brain is also yes. When he got out of high school and went to university, he just went and studied. Didn't party, didn't do any of that stuff, and then just went straight and worked for his dad, like straight after school. Like, and so he was working under his dad, doing all the things for his dad, all that kind of. So he was very much striving to do all that. So just move on to quick, I guess, letting you know, letting you know what's upcoming in all of this. Oh. Yeah. What? Oh, sorry. I can't help it. I'm so used to modding. Okay, sweet. I'm keeping that. That is the best website. So in the end, Trump. No, I'm on. So Trump just wanted to be an upscale version of his father. So that's why I said his father just did like apartments and things that you would live in, just kind of keep under the radar, where Trump kind of wanted to go to Manhattan, be the rich, be the famous, all that kind of stuff. And in the end of that, before he became president, he ends up with 3,500 lawsuits, where him or his companies were the plaintiff in 1,900 defendants, and 1,450 were bankruptcy, third party, or other. And that is why this has been fucking hell. Trump settled in 175, lost in 38, won in 450, and had 137 cases where the cases were sealed. Yeah, that is... Oh! Anonymous, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, the record's insane. Thank you, though. I really appreciate that. No, no, we're not. Bonnie, it's okay, but thank you. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. So, what Trump's father taught him, though, was to get business done, you had to get close to politicians. So, when they were in New York, he would get closer to the mayor, and at the time, the mayor was Abe Beame. And apparently Abe Beame was... Laxman! Thank you. Let's go. Oh, thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate that. Oh! Peter, thank you. It's so weird to have a hype train with Trump's head there. I'll just put the alert box up over it. Oh, Bonnie, thank you. It is very sad. No, Slay, don't have to do that, but thank you. I feel bad. I feel like I need to do something. Yeah. I swear, what's wrong, Haru? Fuck this. Bye, Haru, then. What's wrong? I don't understand. Oh. They have no lover. I don't even believe in Valentine's Day. It's just not a thing for me. Ah. I know, I feel shit, Ali. Why did you muck up, Lex? I think you did fine. I don't know her. It's random. It's random. No one chooses, it's a computer. Apom, you're a sweetheart. Thank you, Apom. What else is random? Now Apom beat me to it. How did Trump interact with politicians? Sorry, Mikey. So, okay. Abe Beam was actually a close friend to Fred Trump. So that's why a lot of the interactions that was happening. If I complain about not getting a gift sub, do I get one too? Oh, buddy, thank you. Why can't I take a sip? I don't know. Everyone's so nice. But yeah, the thing is though, later this is going to be a little bit of an issue for the Trumps, that Abe is giving to the rich but neglecting the poor. So they get given tax breaks, benefits, all these things, and the poor are being left behind and are going without. And in the 70s, this was a really big problem in... Go eat, Ali. This is a really big problem happening in New York at the time. Okay, bye, Peter. I'm so sorry. Hopefully you can see this later. I'm sorry. Bye, Peter. So, yeah, in the 70s, there was, like, this really big issue where the poor were being left behind. Police were being let go. There was a big firing of police officers. That's how one of the police officers ended up being a bodyguard for Trump. It was a very weird time in New York. But at the same time, that's when a lawsuit happens. And I'll go to here. 73 is when the lawsuit starts. But two would-be renters on July 1972 were actually undercover testers for the government. Sanctioned investigator determined whether Trump Management Inc. were discriminating against minorities seeking housing in Brooklyn and Queens. See, the thing is, this housing development was actually being run by Donald, but his father owned it. So this is the one that was also being discussed earlier, where it was, they were not letting... Of course, well, you've given me money, so as I've said, if you give me $25, you can choose what I do. So you've already gotten the choice to choose what I do, Ali, because you paid for it. But federal investigators gathered evidence that Trump employees had secretly marked the application of minorities with a code, such as number 9 and C for colored. Oklahoma massacre? Okay, I will do that and I will be devastated. I already know a bit about it. The employees directed blacks and Puerto Ricans away from buildings with mostly white tenants and steered them towards properties that had mainly minorities. So that case went on for 3 years. When it's night and you're on your phone as a child and you get caught. You have 2 phones. So the Department of Justice filed a civil rights case accusing the Trump firm of the Fair Housing Act, which was developed in 1968 and amended in 1988. So the Trumps initially came to public attention in 73 when he was accused of the Justice Department's but it was happening in 39 buildings, which contained 14,000 apartments. So they were pretty much blocking people of colour from 14,000 rooms, which is honestly disgusting. And he said, Trump said, when I was really young, I went into my father's company. We, along with many, many other companies throughout the country, it was a federal lawsuit. We were sued. We settled the suit with no admission of guilt. It was very easy to do, but they sued many people. And that's not true. There's people who have been sued for the same similar thing, but at the time, they have been the worst to have broken that law. Like, in that year, it was such a scandal. The Trumps retained Roy Cohn, and they counterclaimed against the government, seeking $100 million in damages for defamation. And apparently the suit was brought as part of a nationwide inquiry against the number of companies. So that was when Trump was 28. He meets Roy Cohn. Roy Cohn teaches him how to blackmail. Then we go on to when I'm just trying to work out where I am. Sorry. Oh. When Trump loses, he claims that he wins. He will hit back harder, all guns blazing, and admit nothing. He will declare victory. Thank you, Ali. I appreciate that. So, part of that lawsuit was the corporation was required to send a bi-weekly listing of vacancies to the New York Urban League, a civil rights group, and give them priority to certain locations. And in 1987, the Trump organization was again sued for no. Well done, Slane. So they were in court again for violating the terms of the 1975 settlement. Cohen called the charges nothing more than a rehash of complaints for a couple of planted malcontents. No pun intended. None taken. So, during this time is when Trump met Murdoch, which is fantastic. Cohen is actually credited with introducing Trump and Murdoch in the 70s and, giving their wonderful, wonderful relationship. We all love those two together. I'm so happy about that. So, on May 20th, the city officials gathered to decide the fate of Donald's first official project, the Commodore. And he saves $160 million in taxes. For 40 years, because he's friends with the mayor. Then we get Donald gets married. So this marriage actually does become important because it is a trend of him mistreating women, which is awful, and is the part that I'm dreading because it's coming up. There is a lot of women in this case. A lot. Allegedly. Yeah, there's a lot of women being mistreated in this case. I'm just saying, it is fucking atrocious, and it has put me down a spiral this week, how many women have been mistreated. I was just being wholesome. I know you were. Ivana Trump is probably the wife that he... Allegedly, yes, thank you, Bonnie. Allegedly that he messed over the most from public opinions. They say that, like, she was a model, and then he's like, oh, you shouldn't be a model. So she came and worked in the business. And she... Yeah, we love the word allegedly. We do. She lifted the businesses up. She worked so tirelessly. She worked so hard. And while she was around, he didn't have much he did well in business. He didn't fail as much. Yeah, we know what allegedly means. But Ivana became an asset in the business. They married at Marble Collegian Church. Mayor Beam was at the wedding. And this is kind of when things start going downhill. In 1977, a new outsider ran for mayor, Ed Coach. And he was running on a platform of anti-corruption, which sounds familiar. I don't know if anyone was following Trump's run. But, yeah, he was running on a anti-corruption platform. And if he wins, which he does, it would make it harder for Trump's family to work in Manhattan. And so he wins, and it ends up starting this massive war, which is, honestly, watching it in a documentary is just the most I thought it was fantastic. The war between him and Ed, yeah. It is a beautiful war between him and Ed Coach. Ed Coach has gone on to call him the best of names. I wish I had them in front of me, but it just says that he's never worked for a day in his life, called him like a sociopath, all these things. It was just so funny. It's so good. But then 2 years later, the construction on the the Commodore is finished. It opens as the Grand Hyatt. It's 78. And then in 79, Trump starts Trump Tower. Thing that I'm inside of right now. Which, can I just say, Trump has this thing with trying to build the biggest thing. Isn't that like a psychological thing? To always have the biggest thing? I don't know. Can't keep it to buy. Well, I didn't write it down, but I didn't write that down. I wanted to look it up. I do know about it, and I forgot to write it down, but that was fucked. If you can look that up and put it in chat, I would appreciate it. I want to know the exact wording, because that was... Oh, I hate him for that. I hate him for a lot. Barbara Rez, the quote about how he's got the tallest building in New York now that the Twin Towers are down. He's a fuckhead. Yeah. It's not like thousands of people are dead now. Not thousands. I don't know how many. I'm dumb. Sorry, Ali. I'm so Aussie sometimes. I'm so ochre. I know, you're angry at me. I'm okay. Barbara Rez was like the builder on it. And she said in Trump Tower, the floor was the cheapest wood floor you can get. That's okay, you can do that. Trump was always looking to cut corners and save money. He doesn't matter. Like, he just wanted to... Okay, cool. I got it. I'm okay. Well, not good. Sad. But I'm such an idiot. But the thing is, like, she would constantly fight with him because she'd want to do, like, the best building. This is the last stream. I know, I'm cancelled. It's okay. It's okay. You can cancel me. So she wanted to have, like, the best building because it was, like, her baby. She wanted to, like, make Trump Tower, like, the best. And she'd always fight with him. And she says, like, this really, like, important thing. You put him against the wall and he would come out and attack. He would attack two types of people. He would attack weak people because he would find their weaknesses and exploit them. And he would attack people who would attack him, and he came back and he'd attack them harder. And I feel like that's really important to kind of... Like, I really, really think that Barbara Rez is, like, a very insightful person into him because she really took notice. And I think that, like, if anyone's going to know much about him, it'd be her. But, yeah, she just, like, she noticed that, like, he would attack the weak people first. And I just thought that was, yeah. And then he said, Donald says, if anyone threatens me, I will go to Roy and they will back off. And, like, another thing that's really interesting, too, is that the person who helped build Trump Tower was Roy Cohen. Trump Tower is built with concrete. It's a concrete building. He sneezed. One of the biggest, one of the people who build, who make concrete was Mafia. Oh, hi. 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 Where you go? Hey, Ali. Hi. Hi. You gonna knock that over?
No, I'm not. You're gonna knock it over.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize. Yeah, Mafia makes concrete, and yeah, okay. At least he's not firing at you. He wouldn't. He would never do that to me. So yeah, the Mafia. So Roy Cohen. Love that was sneaky. But yeah, the Mafia. Because Roy Cohen works with the Mafia all the time, so he would get good price on concrete. So whoever Roy Cohen got the concrete from, because I don't know if it was the Mafia, I just know Roy Cohen got the concrete. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, allegedly. But yeah, it has been theorized that Trump works with the mafia all the time. That's all I'm saying. Oh no, is it getting towards the part I hate? Oh no, it's getting to a funny part. That's good. She's my wife, allegedly. So, now we get to... I fucking love the war. It's so good. To finance Trump Tower, Trump was demanding another multi-million-dollar tax break because he got it for the Commodore, so he thought, well, I'm building the tallest building, which it wasn't. But he thought he would get it. And so he's like, I'm going to get a tax break. And then Coach is like, no, you're not. Here it is. Here's the quote. Coach hated Trump with a passion. He called him a fraud, a phony, a self-aggrandizing person who tries to take credit for things he doesn't deserve. I love how he nailed him. It's so good. So Ed Coach refused to give him the tax breaks, and Trump instructed Roy Cohn to sue the city. So yeah, and then we get on to the 80s. We're only up to the 80s. So I'm gonna have a break for a second, and then I'll be right back. So hold on. Be right back.
Stark made this.
Oh, Lady T is busy, but she'll come right back. She's probably doing things, so enjoy this rap. I'm freestyling it, so it won't be good. Yes, I'm freestyling it, maybe she's bringing back food. I'm standing in my room and panicking. I wish I hadn't offered to be rhyming, cause I'm not good at this, although I always do it. Anyway, let's move on. Let's just get through it. She's maybe doing things like making some tea. She's maybe doing things like greeting a lady. She may be doing things like patting armadillos. She may be doing things like weighing things in kilos. Maybe she's going down to the shops. Maybe she's having a choco top. A chalk top? It's not something that exists in Ireland, so I'm not sure what the actual name of it is. Anyway, let me get back into it. Maybe she's buying some photo frames. Maybe she's drying or washing. Maybe she's bought a new PC and she's going down to unbox it. Maybe she's putting that cardboard in the recycling like she's a responsible adult. Yeah. Maybe she's bought 2 hats and deciding which one to return. Maybe she's putting pictures of people just like in a big pile so she can burn them. How would you rate this so far? That's good. It's not even the middle of the night this time. I have no excuse for this not being good. Maybe she is filling her water bottle or just at the toilet. Anyway, I'm sure there's probably been plenty of time, so hello T.
Stark made this.
Oh, Lady T is busy, but she'll come right back. She's probably doing things.
I'm back. Oh, I'm back. Okay. So, how dare you interrupt our dance party? Well, it's true. I can move it back. I can give you back your dance party. Do you want your dance party? Do you want your dance party back? No, I can give you a dance party back. It is Trump where you can play this shit on loop for hours. Okay, let's go to the 80s. So, 80s is when he I needed it, my throat's sore. I guess is when he really like got into the media and really like, because in the 70s he was really like not a nobody, but just like one of the rich guys. Oh, you want a compliment? Ali, you're a little gem and you have been there for me so much, and you just kind of like lift up my spirit and make me feel... Oh. Do you want the compliment? I feel awkward giving compliments. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Okay. Well, you're very helpful too. And you make me like, you kind of like take some weight off my back, which is nice. I'm not very good at like letting people do that. So thank you. I know, but I'm just used to feeling, I feel guilty about everything. Anyway, the 80s is like when he starts, you know, really getting into media and using it. And so he has his first network show, and Rona Barrett introduces him to network shows, and he has his first like network appearance, and it Bonnie. But because he starts, you know, doing network things and trying to get into shows, he starts wanting to have a PR person. And this is where I fucking love. This is funny. We need a little funny before the next bit. His PR person is himself, but with another name. He goes by John Barron. I agree, Ali. Everyone here is amazing. Trump used the pseudonym... Yeah, I know, I love this too, Mikey. John used the pseudonym... Yes, he would quote him on interviews, and he pretended that his PR person was a real person, but it was just him, and he'd call people, and he's like, oh, my name's John Barron, I'm a PR person, I'm just here to kind of like get things out, and yeah, Trump's dating Madonna right now, and stuff like that, and it's really weird. And like, there was this, oh, Ali, you're a sweetheart. There was this interview, like there's this, oh, what's his name? Oh, what are they called? Gossip columnists, who says that Trump really used the media, and he would give them information if they'd give him information, or if they would call him a billionaire in articles, or it's just, he's fascinating when it comes to the media, because he's got this ego that just needs to be pet. And I find him riveting. He's just... He needs to be... Like, he wanted to be an actor. He did. He wanted to be an actor, but then ended up just following his father's footsteps because he liked his dad. It's just interesting. But yeah, throughout the 80s, it was the earliest known usage in 1980 and last acknowledged in 1990. But he would go and be John Barron to like call into like newspapers and stuff and like say, oh yeah, I'm John Barron. And someone's actually got a phone call of this, and it's clearly Trump. It's like, you can't, like, Trump's voice is very... He did very well in Home Alone 2. John Barron did very well in Home Alone 2. It's just so funny. Yeah, but he loved the spotlight. He loved being the center of attention. I think that's it. Hold on. We're going on an adventure again. Here's that thing that... Donald J. Trump, IMBD. Actor. Oh, he's been in 26. He's been uncredited. All My Children, Home Alone 2, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, The Little Rascals. What? Eddie. What? Uncredited. This can't be the same guy. Well, we know he's in WrestleMania because that's in tomorrow's episode. Maybe next week. Well, he's uncredited in a lot of them. That's an interesting. No, I didn't mean tomorrow. I mean next week. I don't have time, Allie. Don't do that to me, please. Please don't do that to me. I will die. I will die. Okay. Yeah, I heard you laughing. You little shit. Okay. Now, let's do a breath. This is so where I'm not happy. Please be reminded. This shit's rough. That's all. Okay. Just gonna quickly, cute little family photo. Cute little family photo first. Oh, look how happy they are. Okay. Here's Jessica Leeds. Hey. It's cute. Okay. This is 1980. Her story was presented in New York Times in 1916, but it happened in the 80s, so I am doing it here. So this was not brought as a legal case. So I like to be honest and upfront. It was a newspaper article, wasn't legally thing, but he is someone that likes to sue everyone, and he didn't sue her for defamation. Yeah. Didn't sue her for defamation, so... That's all I'm saying. Leeds was a businesswoman at a paper company on the flight from Midwest returning to New York. You didn't complain about that sort of thing, she said. She said that Trump groped and kissed her as the two sat next to each other in first class. Whether it was 15 minutes or not, it seemed like forever. The encounter began as cordial conversation and dinner. Be right back, I got my food. God damn it. Oh, okay. They served them dinner. After the dinner was cleared, he began encroaching on her side. Thanks, everyone. Yeah. I don't recall saying no. I don't recall saying stop. I don't recall saying anything. I was just silent. I was just a silent pantomime. I remember at one point looking over at the guy in the seat across the aisle. His eyes were like bugging out of his head. Leeds said that she eventually stood and walked back to her seat in coach, where she remained silent for the rest of the flight. It really rattled me. And then Trump's response. Really? Trump says dismissively, waving his arms. Believe me, she would not be my first choice. I can tell you that. What is wrong with you? What kind of man says, she's not my first choice to sexually assault? Cool. Anyway. On September the 26th, 1981, at age 42, Fred Trump Jr. dies. Fred Trump Jr. was apparently having trouble with alcohol issues. And this is something that Trump constantly goes back to for saying the reason he doesn't drink. So, yeah, his brother dies. Which, again, shows a lot, really. But I'm still really fucking annoyed about this one. This is the first. There's many more of this, by the way. Just warning. Welcome back. You missed my pissed offness. I'll be eating and watching. Okay. On July 5th, 1984, the Court of Appeals finally delivers their verdict regarding Trump Tower's tax abatement. Trump wins $74 million tax abatement. So, Fred Koch lost that one. And the rich keep getting richer. That's okay. You can watch. You don't have to constantly talk. I appreciate you. So then comes the Woolman Rink, which is the ice skating rink in New York, in Central Park. In 1976, the project had failed. They were trying to... You're on... Well, welcome back. So their ice skating rink was needing to be redone. So they were trying to redo it, and they just keep failing redoing it. And the government kept failing redoing it. Trump, then 39, decided that he would like to kind of stick it to Ed Koch and say, I'll do it in. He made like this public letter saying, I can do it in 4 months. Just give it to me, I'll do it. So they did. They gave it to him, and they said, well, realistically, we'll give you 6 months. And he did it in 4 months. But he didn't do it. The contracting team did it. HRH did it. And he just put his name on it. And that's kind of where it all started, where he started licensing his name. So his name was on Woolman Rink until 2020, I think, where they took it off. So that was pretty good when they took it off. This is his first dip into politics. In 1987, Mike Dunbar petitions Donald Trump to run for president and invites him to speak in New Hampshire. Trump shows up, but he says he's not running, and he promotes Art of the Deal. And this actually really makes me suspect that New Hampshire is, don't know. I don't know much about America, where things are. I think it's right near New York. Like, it's right off of it. I can't say state, so if you're making fun of my accent, yeah. But there is like this theory. Yeah, that's a book. He was at the time writing a book, Art of the Deal, which is now a movie, which I will talk more about. I'm going to watch the movie and I'll talk about it next week. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to watch that movie. Yeah, well, we need to watch that movie. But because of this, that theory that he didn't want to become president, he was just doing it to promote things, is really starting to ring true to me. Because maybe he thought that that was a really good way of promoting the book. And so he tried to run for president to promote his network TV back in 2016. So I'm like, yeah, I think that's what he did. And he accidentally succeeded in becoming president. And because he doesn't like to lose, he just really tried to continue being president. I don't know. That's, again, these are all just thoughts and theories. It doesn't mean it's true. In 1988, the Justice Department sued Trump for violating procedures relating to public notifications when buying voting stock in company related to his attempt to overtake of Holiday Corporations and Bailey Manufacturing Corporations in 1986. On April 5th, 1988, Trump agreed to pay $750,000 to settle a civil penalties of the antitrust lawsuit. Honestly, don't know what any of that means. Also, I forgot to go on to the Woman rink scene. That's the rink. Okay. This is another case that I've never been in an outdoor rink. I've been on indoor rinks. I love the indoor rinks. Me and Mikey actually used to go ice skating at our school all the time. It was so much fun. Loved it. But yeah, this part is this is another story which, like, this is attachment to another criminology thing that I really want to do one day, maybe, but there's so many people who have covered it so much better than me that, like, maybe I don't want to do it. But Central Park 5 is, like, a very important kind of thing. It's gonna be here in 20 minutes. Panic! But in 1989, there was 5 Black and Latino boys. It's a car. What did you call it? Like, people come and they fix your car. Would that be what you call it? You come and fix the car? Car insurance, yeah. Car insurance thing. Yeah. But in 1989, 5 black and Latino boys were wrongfully convicted of raping a woman jogging in New York. And these are the ads that Trump paid in papers, and he paid reportedly $85,000 in newspapers to have these put in there. And even the boys now today, since they're out, have said these negatively affected their case. Like, it's so hard to have a fair trial when you have the media against you. My neck hurts. I'm sorry. But still to I'm sorry, slaying. Still to this day though, like, he has not like given a proper apology for that. He still says that they probably did it. Like, it is disgusting that someone would be that callous about that kind of thing. Say, oh, bring back the death penalty, but I don't know. I need an adult, but I am an adult. I know. So, around this time, Donald Trump bought some casinos. He bought the Plaza and the Castle. The Plaza and the Castle first. And he hired people to run them for him. Stephen Hyde and Mark Etz. And he had no idea how to run casinos at all. He didn't know anything about them. Someone interviewed him and said 4 falsehoods about casinos, and asked him those, and he incorporated those 4 falsehoods into his answer, like he knew that those were true. And the person's like, that's what a con man does. As I said, Trump is one of the best con men out there. But in October 1989, back from a boxing match, a helicopter crash. Steve Hyde, who was running one of the casinos, Jin Bevan, Mark S. died, and Trump claimed he was supposed to be on the helicopter and made the incident all about him. So he gathered all this press on himself when someone else had just died. So, yeah, there's that. So, then we got the divorce. Yes! Now you're seeing it. He just wanted the press, and he made someone's death about him. Okay. So at the time, he was juggling. Have you seen? No. I don't want to. So at the time, he was juggling his wife and his mistress. So his mistress was Marla Maples, and his wife was Ivana. And so he shipped his wife off to New York so that his mistress could be at the casinos with him. Yes, Mikey. Yes. So, but there, this again is another case of him mistreating women. When he wears a suit and tie. Well, that's why I wore my tie. It's really long. I wore it really long. I thought it was funny. I'm trying to make this as cheerful as possible because it is pretty fucking dark. So in this case, there was a legal case filing. The case, a lot of it, so he made, for Ivana to get the money, he made her sign a non-disclosure agreement. Later, the case was released to the public. She also wrote a book about it, and he tried to sue her for it. But we do know all the details now in the case. So, here we go. Ivana stated in a deposition taken in 1989, during the divorce proceedings, that Donald had visited her plastic surgeon following which he had expressed anger and ripped out her hair from her scalp. Donald said the allegation was obviously fake. Be my Valentine, the book Lost Tycoon, The Many Lives of Donald Trump by Harry Hurt. I misread your schedule and thought you started later. No, it's fine, Charles. Seriously, we're just getting into the 90s. We are up to Ivana's bit. Described alleged attacks as violent assault, during which Donald attacked Ivana sexually. In a statement given just before the publication...
How much longer are you streaming for?
A bit? What?
Yeah, I just... Someone asked me. I just wanted...
Why?
I'm just asking. More than half an hour?
Probably.
Cool, thank you. It's not a problem, I'm just checking.
Hi, bye. I'm good, hon. How are you? The settlement had... I know, I got surprised. I was scared then. The Trump's divorce was granted in December 1990 on grounds that Donald's treatment of Ivana, included his affair with Marla Maples, was cruel and inhuman. Oh! Snazzy, thank you. In 1992, Trump sued Ivana for not honouring the gag clause that on their divorce agreement by disclosing the facts about him in her best-selling book. Years later, Ivana said she and Donald are best friends. And that is true. They are best of friends now. But back then, there was... Oh, incoming. No, I don't want anyone to give me money. I'm okay. I'm fine. I am okie dokie. Okay, good. I got scared then. But yeah, they're really good friends now, but it's been very well known that he was very cruel to her, and they talk about why he was cruel to her, and it's because in their businesses, she was seen as an equal, and he doesn't like having women seen as equal to him. And that's a bit... Yeah. And Snazzy, I never want people to... Like, I'm okay with just hanging out and stuff. But, yeah, now we're up to the 90s, and I feel like the 90s is where it gets a little bit fucked. I think I say that nicely. So, by the early 90s, the Trump organization was facing over $3 billion in debt. Oh, fun! And now we can talk all the politics we want. Hello! You're pissed? Oh, God. Yeah! Okay, so remember where we are up to and go do the raid song. Yeah, wait, first of all, we need to do the shout out thing. Oh, thank you for the follow, Nike! Thank you for the shout out. Thank you.
Ow! I'm supposed to be lording it over you. Get off. Get off.
Don't jump, Fern!
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Oh.
Is that when she... Is that where you just killed someone? It's murder. It is murder. Let's do this raid song. Hello all you raiders, my name is T. I play lots of games and study criminology. When I get raided, I shout, oh gee! Thank you all for raiding me. Why do you keep doing this? Why? There we go. That's where we're up to. That is where we're up to. Hells yeah. Your raid song should be Seggy's clip. We should play Seggy's clip. We absolutely should play Seggy's clip. That should be my, that should be when, people raid me with, like, one person for the lols. Oh.
I was gonna get... What the f... You've got to be kidding me. I almost didn't make it. What the... Oh my gosh, I'm dying. I am dying. That was insane.
So everyone here, welcome to the 90s. We're up to the 90s now. So, Trump is currently, Trump is currently, do it until, no. Yeah, we're only up to the 90s. I told you, this is fucking hard. No, I did not see the statement the PM released. Do I want to know? He's a big criminal. He is a big criminal. When I'm streaming, Mikey, I am very... Yeah, 90s till... So we're halfway through. Do I want to know? No, I don't. Cool. Tremendous. That's the thing. Even back in the 70s, he was calling things tremendous, big, wonderful. I'm watching all these videos and he was saying all those words. So it's not dementia, guys. It's not dementia. But, like, he does, like, he is slowly losing it. Well, kind of. Like, right now we're in the 90s, so... Okay, so... Whoa, I can't. You can't? No, there's no wow here. You've got access to my... You got access to my Nightbot. You can do whatever you want. Okie dokes. I don't know how to respond to that. It's such a serious topic, and slaying's just like, yes. How do you give access to Nightbot? Well, slaying's got it, so that's all that needs to be said. Anyway. Oh my god. Haru, they have to do that. Oh my god, Mikey. This whole I'm gonna keep trying to do this. It's so fucked up. I don't forced. Oh my god. No, it's not. I'm not. It's so sad that I had, like, that I'm not surprised. I'm so sad that I'm not surprised. Anyway, early 1990s. Trump Org was facing over $3 billion in debt. Why? Casinos is why. Because he doesn't know how to run them. Also because he bought an airline. He bought what was it else? He bought a yacht, bought a private jet. He just bought all this stuff. He bought a football team. I think that was the worst thing he did. He bought a football team and he ran it into the ground. He ran that into the ground. It was so bad. He bankrupted all these different things. So, in the 1990s, Trump was sued for $2 million by a business analyst for defamation, and Trump settled out of court. He bought an airline and private jet. He didn't use his own airline. Football team or NFL league. He bought the team first and then he bought the NFL league. I believe. He did buy the league though. I know that he bought a league and he ran the league into the ground too. The NFL league is no more because of Trump, which annoys the fuck out of people, which I kind of love. I kind of love that. Okay. Let's prepare ourselves for doom and gloom. Again, I repeat this. Impeachment is next week. Impeachment is next week. Give me a week to study this properly. To give someone peaches. Okay, everyone prepare for doom and gloom because this one, again, it's rough. It's another one. Trump really likes peaches. Oh my god, guys. Okay. In her early... she was a model. Christine Anderson. On October 14th, this is not a legal case. I always got to remember this. Not a legal case. On October 14th, 2016, it was again another Washington Post report. She lived in New York in her early 20s. She was trying to become a model. She was in Manhattan. She was talking to acquaintances. Anderson claims that the person to her right, who she hadn't noticed, sexually assaulted her. The individual's fingers slid underneath her miniskirt. Yeah, allegedly. moved up her inner thighs and touched... I hate this. Touched her vagina through her underwear. The encounter was over in fewer than 30 seconds. She shoved the person's hand and saw that it was Trump. And that is all I'm saying about that. Yeah, allegedly. It is really hard to read, and I've had to read 26 of these incidences. Yeah. This is why I've had a hard time with this. This is why I'm struggling. Yeah, he's a fucking mess. He's a fucking mess. Anyway, back to casinos. 26. Yeah, Trump has done this to at least, allegedly, at least 26 people. The count of... Okay, so these 26, I'll thank you guys. So I don't know how Trump got... I don't know how Fern has a conductor. I'm fine. So what happens though is they have credible people and then they have people who have not been checked properly. I'm fine. I will look after myself. I have a palate cleanser after we've done, so I'll be fine. So I know you've been telling me I'm okay. I just needed to get this done, have the palate cleanser, and then the next session is just going to be pretty funny. But I feel like it needs to be said. I remember that you did, Fern. I think Bonnie's just like, I have the conductor one from the one that we had today. Yeah. Should be purple. Look, I keep saying Twitch is broken. Twitch is broken. But you know. It's a good palate cleanser. I feel like it needs to be said. I feel like no one's been paying attention to these abuses for the last 5 years. So I just feel like it needs to be said. So shortly before Trump's Taj Mahal opening in April 1990, the analyst has said the project would fail by the end of the year. Trump threatened to sue the analyst firm. The analyst recanted or was fired. The Taj Mahal declared bankruptcy in November 1990. It was the first of several bankruptcies. He kept blaming Stephen Hyde and Mark S. for the failing casino. Jack, who was working with them, told him to go fuck himself. So he blamed the dead people. Okay, Bonnie, have fun. So later the firm compensated the analyst $750,000 and Trump had to pay the analyst money as well because he was fired. Okay. Now my favorite part. Another Trump pseudonym. It's so good. Okay. John Miller, 1991. Trump comes up with names to kind of hide behind, and it's so funny. Like, the first one was John Barron, and that was his PR person. This one is John Miller. A lot of Johns. A reporter for People attempted to interview Trump about the end of his marriage to Ivana. Trump and his rumored association with other women. She was called back by a publicist who gave him the name John Miller, who gave her a long interview about Trump's marital affairs. He's a good guy. He's just not going to hurt anyone. He treated his wife well, and he will treat Marla well. His attractiveness to women and his wealth, the reporter thought at the time that Miller sounded remarkably like Trump. She says Trump later told her it was a good joke gone awry. Madonna called and wanted to go out with him. That I can tell you. Oh, fuck, it's funny. That was the line I was thinking of. It wasn't John Barron that said that, it was... Yeah. He's the worst human being. He has such an ego. It's so insane. Hands too small, can't build a wall. Oh my god, Fern. Yeah, it's so funny. And then in 1991, Trump's Taj Mahal was unable to service its debt and filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Forbes indicated that this first bankruptcy was only one where Trump's personal finances resources were invoked. Time, however, maintains that $52 million of his personal money was also involved in later 2004 bankruptcy. John Barron. Well done. In 1991, Trump Plaza was fined $200,000 by the New Jersey Casino Control Commission for moving African American and female employees from craps tables in order to accommodate high roller Robert Libutti. Why did I miss that? Hold on. That's Libutti? Libutti. Madonna wanted to date that guy, you know? God damn it. I know exactly who John Barron would be. Because it's so quick, I know who it is. Handsome, smart, and all the best. A mob figure and allegedly John Gotti's association. Tremendous. In 1991, one of Trump's casinos in Atlantic City, New Jersey, was found guilty of circumventing state regulations about casino financing. Trump Castle was forced to pay $30,000 fine under settlement, according to New Jersey Division Gambling Enforcement Director Jack Sweeney. And we have another one. We have Caroline Gallego. Here we go. I've just typed this in here. He's got another one. A 1992 letter to New York Magazine side Caroline Gallego. Jellicle Cats, yes. Replied to an article by Julie Baygold. The letter said that as his secretary, she knew Trump to treat women with respect. This letter resurfaced in a 2017 article in The Washington, which highlighted similarities between patterns of repetition in Trump's speech. She's a tremendous secretary. The most beautiful women, the most successful women, all women love Donald. Okay. On November 1992, the Trump Plaza Hotel filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and Donald Trump lost his 49% stake in luxury hotel to Citibank and 5 other lenders. In return, Trump received more favorable terms on the remaining $55,000 million owned to lenders. No, I do not. Fucking... Okay. Are we ready to, like, take a breath in? All women don't love this. This is proof. We've got another one. This one's a legal case. This one's actually a legal case that was filed. Most of the legal cases that are filed regarding sexual assault or all that kind of jazz are either... This one, I'm pretty sure, is the one that is filed for abuse or... for abuse or all that, is actually the one that was filed regarding that and is settled. It's settled, but it's a closed document. But, God damn it. But it's closed document, so you can't actually get any information about it. But I'm so distracted by chat. Thanks for the follow, Sean Barron. But a lot of them are, I'm so distracted. Power of tremendousness. A lot of them are just defamation of character because, guess what I missed? Yeah, you can guess what you missed. A lot of them are just, defamation of character because you said I lied. That's it. That's what most of them are, because it's very hard to prove. I think I missed stuff about Donald Trump is fabulous. Yeah, pretty much. A lot of it is actually, he went into bankruptcy. He went bankrupt for his casinos because... I'll explain the bankruptcy of the casinos a bit better because I didn't really explain that very well. He, instead of getting loans through the means, like just going to a bank and get a loans, he went through and got really bad loans where it was 14%. His casinos were too popular. He actually got in trouble too because his dad came into a casino and put $3 million in got the chips and just walked out. No, that's not alleged. He did that. He got in trouble and found guilty of doing that. That's not allegedly, that actually happened. Yeah, and you're not allowed to do that. $3 million. That's a problem though, like if he ever gets into trouble, his dad just bails him out. So yeah, so this is a legal case this one's actually a legal case where Jill Haff allegedly is alleged because we don't know the case in the files. So we don't know what she's saying that is in the files and what isn't in the files. that Trump assaulted her several times. Half has stated that in December 1992, while dining with Trump and her then boyfriend, George Heroni, Trump attempted to put his hands between her legs. So, this is a constant thing that he does. He just, you know when he had that Access Hollywood tape where he's like, just grab him by the pussy? That's what he does. Why? But he just keeps doing it. Yeah, no, I agree, Haru. Haff and Heroni visited Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida in January 1993 for a contract signing celebration. Yeah, he literally said he does it. He also, there's another case where he said he does the thing that he did and no one batted an eye to it, which I'll bring up. Yeah, he says he does these things and he does it. Like, I'll talk about it again. There is another assault case, which people don't think it's assault, but it is assault. And they don't care. And I don't get it. But I'll talk about it when it comes up. So when she was in Mar-a-Lago, Trump offered her a tour and then pulled her into his daughter's bedroom. I was admiring the decoration, and next thing I know, he's pushing me against the wall, has his hands all over me and trying to kiss me. I was freaking out. Haff says she desperately protested against Trump's advances and eventually managed to run out of the room. She and her boyfriend left rather than stay the night, as they intended. After she became engaged, Huff alleges Trump began to stalk her. Huff filed a lawsuit in 1997, which she accused Trump of non-consensual groping her body among the intimate private parts and relentlessly sexual harassment. Yeah, there's more, like, there's more cases, like, there's just so much. The suit was withdrawn after Heroni settled with Trump for an undisclosed amount in the lawsuit and claimed that Trump had backed out of a business deal. Allegedly, Trump engaged in hostile and offensive sexual behavior towards her from 1992 to 1997. So, yeah, it's with... Well, Haru, I keep saying, don't be here. If this is triggering, please don't be here. This stuff needs to be spoken about. And for people who can hear this stuff, I want it to be spoken about, heard about, all that stuff. But if you cannot deal with hearing about this stuff, I highly, highly recommend do not be here. But Trump made numerous phone calls to her to come and sleep with him and how good he was. No, it's not admirable. It's just... But that's the thing, like, this stuff happens all the time, and I don't like to pretend that this stuff doesn't happen. Thank you, Ali. So he made numerous phone calls to her demanding that she come see him and that he's amazing in bed and all this stuff like that. It's all awful. It is important to talk about. I feel like out of everyone, this woman definitely got... Her and Ivana got the brunt. Like, he stalked the living crap out of this woman. And then he marries his second wife. Yay. I feel like Marla is definitely the very, like, she was the quiet wife. You don't hear anything from her. Ivana. You don't marry your wife. No, she becomes the wife. Ivana. Okay, Ivana's the first wife. For people who just came in before. This is Ivana. Ivana was pretty much the one who ran a lot of the business. He cheated on her with Marla. He also beat the living crap out of her. He pulled her hair out of her scalp. He raped her. That was disclosed in there. Yeah, he's a monster. And the reason why he divorced her was because he doesn't like his wife being seen as equal. So, yeah, he treated her like crap because she started being seen as equal around the business. This is Marla. Yeah, this is Trump. This is what Trump's doing. So, Marla and Trump got married, and Tiffany was born in 1993. So Tiffany's the same age as me. Did not know that. In 1993, Donald Trump sued Jay Pritzker, a Chicago financier and Trump's business partner since 1979, on the Grand Hyatt Hotel. Trump alleged that Pritzker overstated earnings in order to collective access manager fees. I've got pictures of Melania, but I don't know. I forgot to add them, and I forgot when they got married. The thing with Melania is that she's so. The thing that with all their wives. How did Trump have? Trump didn't become president until 2016, but he ran twice. Yeah, and he's rich. But yeah, he ran before then. Just no one knew. He ran in 2012 against Obama. He can run. That's a good point. You're punishable fine. It's legal for rich people. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about next week. He didn't run as a Dem. He ran as independent. He ran as an independent. Yeah. I'll talk about that next week, but yeah. But yeah, that's the thing. He's done so much. They said everything about Obama. Like, they said that Obama wasn't an American citizen. Oh. Yeah. Back to wife number 2. Sorry. You can get me off track so easy. No. I'm up to Pritzker sued Trump for violating their agreement. Among the way, failing to remain solvent. No, it's fine. I'm easy to... You can get me off track so simple. It's fine. The two parties ended the feud in 1995 in a sealed settlement. And this is what I talked about. Okay, so people who weren't here, Trump has been involved in 3,500... It's not... Okay, saying that I can be distracted really easily is not insulting myself. It's stating a fact. Okay. So, I said at the beginning, Trump has been involved in 3,000... Oh no, we're getting up to the worst one. Oh no. He's been involved in 3,500 legal suits. And most of them are sealed agreements because he does so many non-disclosure agreements that he hides most of it. Yeah, really brace yourself because the next one's a real doozy. I didn't do a slide for it because I can't, and now I'm seeing that it's like a wedding thing that I'm on. I'm like, oh no, what do I do? Bye, Huru. In 1993, Vera Cook sued Trump and his demolition contractors for damaging her home construction of the Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino. And in 1997, she dropped the suit against Trump and settles with the contractors for $90,000. Cooking has refused to sell her home to Trump and ultimately won in 1998 Supreme Court decision that prevented Atlantic City from using eminent domain from condemning her property. Okay, see you, Fern, and it's a really good time to leave. Anyone who is really triggered by pedophilia might want to go. Yeah, this is the moment where you go, okay. Thank you. Okay, I just want to not have this during this part, so I'm just trying to just gonna move this down to here and go here. Okay, sweet. This is good. Okay. Jane Doe, 1994. This is a legal case. Okay. This legal case was actually made right before the election of 2016 and everyone ignored it. So, the defendants in this case were Donald J. Trump and Jeffrey E. Epstein. So, there's a common name for you. During the summer months of 1994, the plaintiff was the minor age of 13 and legally incapable of consenting to sexual intercourse. Yes, this is the one I told you about, and this one really fucks me up to a horrendous extent. The rapes in the first, second, and third degrees sexual misconduct, criminal sexual acts. Tiffany Doe, a witness, was an employee of defendant Epstein. Jonah Doe, a witness, was a childhood classmate of plaintiff who in 1994-95 school year was told by the plaintiff that the plaintiff was subjected to sexual conduct by the defendants at parties in the New York City during the summer of 1994. And to anyone who's like, oh, you're biased, blah, 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 a lot of these things I get straight from court documents. I read court documents to get this. This one is one of those. I read through the court documents to get the information because I wanted to make sure I got this exactly right. Doe had accused the Republican president nominee of raping her during the summer of 1994, allegedly in the home of Epstein. I got that line from a paper because I just needed something to work out where this happened. So it was in Jeffrey Epstein's home. Defendant Epstein then attempted to strike the plaintiff about her head with his closed fist while angrily screaming at the plaintiff that he, defendant Epstein, rather than defendant Trump, should be the one to take plaintiff's virginity before the plaintiff finally managed to break free from defendant Epstein. If she was ever to reveal any of the details of the physical sexual assault, Trump would have her and her family seriously injured or killed. That is all I can manage of that. And I'm sorry. But the story I can manage to gather from papers and everything is that she was doing it tough. She was doing work in New York. Jeffrey Epstein offered her a job like he was doing with a lot of girls. She was working in parties and she ended up being fought over by them. They both sexually assaulted her and raped her multiple times. And she only got the courage to just do something, and the only reason it didn't go to trial is because he became president. So, and that's that. On to the next one, and these become very quick, and there's a lot more of them. So, yeah, I'm sorry guys, there's a lot more now. Jean Carroll, she doesn't quite remember what year it happened, and please do not judge people for not knowing when it happened exactly, how it happened exactly. When you go through trauma, sometimes you don't remember, and that is why reporting to the police can be so hard. And I do not judge anyone for their decision whether to report or not to report. It's completely up to them. I am someone of the belief, you do whatever makes you feel better. If you just want to go and get therapy, you go do it. I am not someone who's going to tell you how to deal with your trauma. You do you. And that's why when someone goes, well, they just went to the papers. Well, yeah, because when you go to court, it's like you're on trial. So I feel that's fair. I don't care. You do what you want to do. So Jean Carroll, she was actually, she wrote a piece herself. She wrote her own piece, which, bloody brave, honestly. She did do a legal trial. I have a picture of her here with Trump, only for the fact that Trump's response was, I've never met her. I've never met her. Okay, so there's a legal case that she filed for defamation because he said that he's never met her and that she's lying. So, you know. Also, he said, she's not my type. I say that with great respect. Number one, she's not my type. Number two, it never happened. It never happened. Okay, Mr. Trump told the Hill. Sometimes he says really dumb shit. On November 4th, Jean Carroll filed a lawsuit against Trump accusing him of defamation by claiming she lied. Attack... Oops, that didn't come up. Oh, Donga, thank you. Sorry, my alert box is not right. I will redo that for you. Thank you. Yes, thank you for that. But attack allegedly happened at Bergdorf Goodman's store in Manhattan in late 1995 or earlier, when the pair bumped into each other while shopping in the changing rooms. She said Mr. Trump lunged at her, pinning her against the wall. Also, warning, this is triggering. Sorry, Donna. Just thought I'd warn you. Allegedly. It's just terrible that people can make statements like this, he said. In response, Mr. Trump's latest denial and not my type comment, I love that I'm not his type, she said. Okay. Yeah, it is very heavy stuff. I want to get the heavy stuff out of the way so I can have fun with part 2. Part 2 will be more fun. Also, I have a palette cleanser at the end, so we'll be good. Okay, next. It's so bad. There's so many now. They come all hard and heavy. It's so many. Okay, Lisa Boyan. I really hope I pronounced this right. This is, and this one also was reported in the news. She was a witness to his highly inappropriate behavior in the 90s. She's gone on record to state that she attended a private dinner with Donald Trump and her friend Sonia Tremont, who's better known as Sonia Morgan from reality show The Real Housewives of New York. The other guests were model, agents, and scouts John Casablancas and 5 to 6 other models. The late Casablancas was the founder of the elite modeling agency and died of cancer in 2013. Boyan was invited to dinner with Trump by Sonia. Boyan said that Trump kept bragging about his sexual conquests and constantly talking about himself, who he was dating, who he was sleeping with. He's still married, by the way. Hey, Han, welcome back. I've met a lot... This is Trump. I've met a lot of famous, influential people. Oh, wait, no, is this her? Met a lot of famous, influential people with Sonia, and none of them were ever as vulgar and disgusting and rude and sexist as Trump. Such a low excuse of a human being that I've ever met. No, Han, you can go and leave and come back whenever you want. Trump and Casablanca sat at the end of a semicircle table preventing for the women leaving. Oh, thank you for coming back to say goodnight. That's okay. Good night, Han. Trump forced the women to get up on the table and stuck his head right underneath their skirts. It was the most offensive scene I've ever been a part of. I wanted to get the heck out of there. Night, Han. so fucking... I thought you were his date, Ali. The incident took place in the summer of 1996 when Boyan was 25 years old. Okay. Then in 1996, Trump was sued by more than 20 African American residents of Indiana who charged that Trump reneged on promise to hire 70% of his workforce from minority communities for his riverboat casino on Lake Michigan. The suit also charged that he hadn't honoured his commitments to steer the sufficient contracts to minority-owned businesses in Gary, Indiana. The suit was eventually dismissed due to procedural and just jurisdictional issues. You guys are cute. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a be right back so you can jam, and I'll be right back.
Stark made this.
Oh, Lady T is busy, but she'll come right back. She's probably doing things, so enjoy this rap. I'm freestyling it, so it won't be good. Yes, I'm freestyling it, maybe she's bringing back food. I'm standing in my room and panicking. I wish I hadn't offered to be rhyming, cause I'm not good at this, although I always do it. Anyway, let's move on. Let's just get through it. She's maybe doing things like making some tea. She's maybe doing things like greeting a lady. She may be doing things like patting armadillos. She may be doing things like weighing things in kilos. Maybe she's going down to the shops. Maybe she's having a choco top. A chalk top? It's not something that exists in Ireland, so I'm not sure what the actual name of it is. Anyway, let me get back into it. Maybe she's buying some full frames. Maybe she's drying or washing. Maybe she's bought a new PC and she's going down to unbox it. Maybe she's putting that cardboard in the recycling like she's a responsible adult. Yeah. Maybe she's bought 2 hats and she's deciding which one to return. Maybe she's putting pictures of people just like in a big pile so she can burn them. How would you rate this so far? That's good. It's not even the middle of the night this time. I have no excuse for this not being good. Maybe she is filling her water bottle or just at the toilet. Anyway, I'm sure there's probably been plenty of time, so hello tea.
Stark made this.
Oh, Lady T is busy, but she'll come right back. She's probably doing things, so enjoy this rap. I'm freestyling it, so it won't be good. Yes, I'm freestyling it, maybe she's bringing back food. I'm standing in my room and panicking. I wish I hadn't offered to be rhyming, cause I'm not good at this, although I always do it. Anyway, let's move on. Let's just get through it. She's maybe doing things like making some tea. She's maybe doing things like greeting a lady. She may be doing things like patting armadillos. She may be doing things like weighing things in kilos. Maybe she's going down to the shops. Maybe she's having a choco top. A chalk top? It's not something that exists in Ireland, so I'm not sure what the actual name of it is.
Hi Raiders. Hi. Oops.
Keep it up.
Okay, raid song it is. Hello all you raiders, my name is T. I play lots of games and I study criminology. When I get raided, I shout OG! Thank you all for raiding me. My voice is so sore from talking so much. Okie dokie. Hi. Thank you for the follow. Hi. Kitsune, what were you doing? Yeah, I am an Aussie. I like that we've just been following each other for ages. Oh! I've got to fix that. Sorry, guys. Let me redo your thing. Redo it. There you go. Do you like zebra cakes? I never had a zebra cake. Oh, you're answering newlywed questions with the girlfriend. Okay. There we go. Goes by T and lazy. I do. I go by T and I go by lazy. At the moment, we are going through the wretched history of the Donald. It is dark. It's not great. I'm feeling shitty. So, trigger warning. If you do not like really dark shit. Yeah, I went... Because I study criminology, I'm fine. I'm a homebody and an introvert by heart. I don't mind staying home at all. I really like it. Honestly, that's a me quote. Yeah, but yeah, I'm the same though. But like, I said when I got to 200 I'd do it. Yeah, Snazzy, we're very similar. But Slag, I did not realize that you were non-binary, and I am so sorry. I feel like shit. Also, hi, welcome. We're talking about shitty things. Oh, you were kidding? Okay, sweet. You're a dude? Sweet. We're still dating. Okay, that's fine. Welcome. We have already gone through a few of the women that Trump has assaulted. You're okay. You've gotten past a lot of the worst. A lot of the worst. But it's still terrible. I said when I got to 200 I'd do this. I didn't realize how much a feat this would be. But I study criminology. I enjoy it. There's not a lot of my criminology skills going into this as much as just reading facts of what he's done. But it's awful. I'm trying to stay biased. I mean, unbiased. I'm pretty biased. It's so fucked. It is, honestly, like, you've missed one of the worst parts of it, so you're lucky. But thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Now let's get on to wonderful Kathy. This is Kathy. She, as I said before, very much confusion, keep nodding. Given how out there he was about his beer. Yeah, it really is. Like, you can't analyze someone who is just so in your face. It is really all downhill. Like, he was so... I said this before. He was so good at using non-disclosure agreements, keeping... Okay, we've discussed this already, and I'm sorry if I trigger anyone. I really don't want to... Okay, his act that he uses when he does sexually assault a woman is he grabs women by their vagina. It's so disgusting. He just grabs, like, he'll be sitting at the dining table and he'll just grab him. This is a lovely woman who he decided that he was going to, allegedly, it's never been proven, but, you know, I've gone through 26 cases of this shit that he's done. Yeah. So, we love this word. We do love this word. We love the word allegedly. I love how I can just chase people away because this shit is so fucking terrible. Yay me. Oh, there's the Keanu. Hey Prosper, we're talking about horrendous shit. We're talking about the American president and all of the sexual assault. That's fine, you can sleep to the stream. I'm okay with this. So, what he did in this case is he grabbed her and kissed her against her will at a Mother's Day brunch in the late 90s at Mar-a-Lago. Trump is wild. Like, my palate cleanser, I just want to play the palate cleanser now because I'm really fucking dying with this. So she's now 30s. She's now 63, but she told The Guardian that Trump forced himself on her during. Well, thank you, Ali. During Mother's Day brunch at about 1997, when she attended with her husband and 3 children and members of her husband's family. Night, Han. He took my hand, grabbed me, and went for the lips. She attempted to run away and nearly lost her balance. He said, "Oh, come on." He was strong. He grabbed me and went for my mouth and went for my lips again. Hi, Max. He kept me there for a little too long, and then he just walked away. She remembers he was pissed. He couldn't believe a woman would pass up the opportunity. So, in this case, like, I don't want to say at least it was only just grabbing and kissing, but like, I'm just so used to the idea of him just like trying to grab the worst part. Tony! Hi, Tony! So, why is there more? Ones that have the ball. Yeah, I love those. I want one too. We have another. This is what I'm talking about. It's all the bad boy is here. You have no idea how wrong you are. You say the bad boy, but we're currently talking about the bad boy. I want to squeeze the ball. Okay. Okay. In 1997, this is a 1997 Miss USA contestant. Because Trump bought Miss USA. Was it Miss USA? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. This is not a legal case as well. This is just in public. I can basically... God damn it, Ali. So, Temple Target McDowell, a former Miss Utah, told New York Times earlier this year that Trump kissed her on the lips during the pageant. No, he's fake. I'm the OG member for too many months. She was 21 years old. The unwanted contact began the first time Target met the now 7-year-old business mogul. Quick tea, what's the rink's name? The rink is... What is it? Wait 1 second. Wallerman! Oh, it's Tony from New York. That's funny. The contestant's father introduced himself and his daughter to Trump at a pageant rehearsal. The GOP nominee immediately... See, these are all from when he was nominee. Embraced her and planted a kiss on his lips. Yeah, New York is great. She was shocked and embarrassed by the forward gesture. I was very young and I remember feeling kind of embarrassed. Like I wanted to turn and almost wipe my mouth. Like, what just happened? Target went to New York City under Trump's invitation to help her secure modeling contract. Again, the real estate mogul kissed her on the lips, this time in front of 2 pageant chaperones and a receptionist, she said. The ring that isn't... Yeah, that one. The woman who had accompanied Target McDowell to the appointment allegedly told her not to go in a room alone with him, who was married to Marla Maples at the time. Trump responded denying that he knew her. Okay. I just hate how many there are. I hate how many there are. It kills me. Again, this is a newspaper case. Ex-model Amy Doris alleges Trump sexually assaulted her in 1997 at the US Tennis Open. Yeah. See, you caught on what you caught on the same thing as me. It's a thing. He has a type. He doesn't like being told no. If he gets told no, he gets angry about it and fucking gets pissed off. And that isn't so. Yeah, the ice rink, the Wallerman. So, forcing his tongue down her throat and groping her body. He just shoves his tongue down my throat and I was pushing him off. That's when his grip became tighter and his hands were very gropey over my butt, my breasts, my back, my everything. His type is his daughter. You're not wrong. The thing is, okay, have you seen his ex-wife? She is identical to his daughter. Like, identical. Like, oh, it's just... God, I forgot about that. Like, if she wasn't my daughter, I'd be dating her. Or the comment of, what do you and your daughter have in common? And he said sex, almost automatically. He's fucking disgusting. It's so disgusting. And that's the thing, like, I feel like this needs to be, like, put out there that he loves attention. He loves the media. So you don't know if he's saying it because he thinks it or he's saying it because he wants the attention. Twice impeached former US president. Can America get it right? Probably not. You guys should have put him in jail when he had the chance. For the love of God. So, incident occurred outside the bathroom in Trump's VIP box at the Open on September 5th, 1997. The report said Doris was 24 at the time and Trump was 51. I pushed it out with my teeth. I was pushing it and then I think I might have hurt his tongue. Through his lawyers, Trump denied the strongest possible terms to have ever harassed, abused, or behaved improperly towards Doris. Trump's lawyers noted that Doris didn't report it to the police. Again, this is where I say, it doesn't... If you don't report it to the police, that doesn't mean that it didn't happen. If anyone doesn't report their abuse to the police, that's because they're scared. It is so fucking hard to report your abuse to the police. Because you feel like when police is questioning you, you feel like you're being put on trial. And then when you go to trial, you feel again like you're being put on trial. Like, I get it. It takes a really brave person to do that. Like, okay. So fucking annoying that there's so many of them. Hey, this is Miss Teen USA, and this is something that Trump has even said he's done. His own mouth. The 1997 Miss Teen USA pageant, contestants said Donald Trump walked in on naked teens in the dressing room that was held in South Paradise Island in Texas. This is the first under Trump's tenure after he bought Miss USA, Miss Teen USA, and Miss Universe in 1996. Ivana Trump, the reality star's daughter, was 16 years old at the time and served as co-host of the event alongside actor J. Eddie Peck, according to footage of the pageant. USA here's your palette cleanser. I love you and thank you. Ah, thank you so much. Thank you, Mikey. Oh my god. Everyone just tags me at the same time. Thanks, guys. Have fun, Mikey. And Tony, I'm not. I'm not. But yeah, I remember putting my dress really quick because I was like, oh my god, there's a man in here. She said that Trump told the younger women who were around the same age as his daughter not to worry because he'd seen it all before. 3 other contestants, on the condition that they say an anonymous, confirmed what the other 2 girls were saying. An interview with Howard Stern in April. My phone fucking recommended me to go to the cafe that I just usually go at. And then Alison Bowman from Miss Usa Contestant USA expressed skepticism. These were teenage girls. If anything inappropriate had gone on, the gossip would have flown. Yeah, like, if you got 5 people saying the same story, it fucking happened. Like, 5 girls have said, this happened. It fucking happened. I'm sorry, I'm not even saying allegedly on this one. This fucking happened. I don't care, sue me. I'll get all 5 of them to back me up on this shit. Anyway. So much. Okay. A yoga instructor, Karen, Virginia, and life coach. He'll send Rudy after you. Fuck. Rudy Giuliani is honestly the biggest piece of shit. Biggest piece of shit. All of his lawyers, he's never had a good lawyer that wasn't a piece of shit. You missed the beginning of this. And I talked about... I ranted about his first lawyer that, like, taught him everything. His 2 role models, his father and his first lawyer, who was Roy Cohen. Roy Cohen is a fucking asshole. Fucking asshole. I'm so glad he's dead. I'm evil. I'm sorry. Please tell me you've seen the video probably not. I saw him when he melted. That was great. Coming in hot. Look. If you cause people... I've seen Cuba. Oh my god. I'm doing this in 2 parts. It takes only. Okay, sweet. So, I am doing this in 2 parts. The 2009 to 2021 of Trump is next week. And that one's going to be funny because it's just the chaos of characters is just going to be entertaining as fuck. I needed to get through all the sexual assault in this week because it's so much. I need the Stormy Daniels and all of that chaos for next week because it's entertaining, it's funny, it's stupid. This is more dark, it's sad. Yeah, the funny part was like the John Barron and the John, all that kind of stuff. That was a bit funny, but this shit is fucked. But she got the women's right attorney, Gloria Alfred. She said to try and like help her through it. She said she first encountered Donald Trump in 1998 waiting for a car service to pick her up at the US Open tennis tournament. Again, tennis tournament. He was with a few other men. I overheard him talking to other men about me. He said, "Hey, look at this one. I haven't seen her before. Look at those legs." As though I was an object rather than a person. He then walked up to me and reached his right arm and grabbed my right arm, and then his hand touched my right side of my breast. I was shocked. I flinched. Trump then asked her, "Don't you know who I am? Don't you know who I am?" After she got into her car, shock turned to shame. And that's the thing, like, with sexual assault. Women don't come forward straight away. And, like, if you haven't been sexually assaulted, you don't understand. Like, you think, oh, why didn't you report? It's because you don't get it. Like, you're ashamed. You think you've done something wrong. You think that it's your fault. Just let them come out when they want to come out. Don't fucking judge them. Let them do what they fucking want. Me getting angry again. For something different. There's so much more. I don't think I can mentally cope with this anymore, guys. I really don't think I can. Okay, I'll do it. I just mentally, I don't know if I can do it. Like, I'm getting up to the 2000s and I'm like, why is there so much? Okay. In the late 1990s, Donald Trump and rival Atlantic casino owner Stephen Wyndham engaged in an extent of legal conflicts during the planning phase of a new casino. I believe in you. I'm here. Thank you. I don't know why he tries to build casinos again. I don't know. Mirage Casino sued Trump in 1999, alleging that his company had engaged in a conspiracy to harm Mirage and steal proprietary information and primary list of wealth Korean gamblers. In response, Trump's attorney claimed that Trump's private investigator dishonored his company by working with a double agent for Mirage Casinos by secretly taping conversations with Trump. All the cases were settled at the same time on a planned day of an evidentiary hearing in court in February 2000, which was never held. Okay. Don't know why I don't have a pitch for this person, but there we go. So, on the night that he proposed to Melania in 2000, he sexually assaulted Karen Johnson. So, how romantic. Karen Johnson told journalists... This is 2000. Karen Johnson told journalists Barry Levine and Monica Elfezi in a book, All the President's Women, Donald Trump, The Making of a Predator, that the president assaulted her while she was attending a New Year's Eve party at Mar-a-Lago with her husband and a relative. When he says that thing, grab him by the pussy, that hits me hard because when he grabbed me and pulled me to the tapestry, that's where he grabbed me. He grabbed me there, my front, and pulled me in, she said. I told you, that is his move. So, that's what he does. He just, I don't know. I'm just very exhausted from all of this, honestly. Okay. So many. Trump suppressing his case. In 2000, Bridget Sullivan was Miss New Hampshire, USA. She was prepared for a television broadcast. Trump allegedly walked into the dressing room. She told BuzzFeed he was coming to wish the contestants good luck, but they were all naked. Some contestants that night do not remember his entering while the ladies prepared, and other contestants mentioned that they had no negative experience with Trump. So, again, he walks in. He doesn't care. They're all teenagers. There's an unnamed Miss USA contestant that said that in 2001, Trump walked into her dressing room unannounced while she and another contestant were undressed. Yeah, it's Miss Teen USA. Yeah, he's walking in on teens. They were all 16. Those girls that I showed you before, there were 5 of them that were all 100% telling the truth. Yeah, all 5 of them that were all, like, 3 of them didn't say who they were, but 2 of them came forward and said, this is my name. This is what, yeah. Where is it? Yeah, these 2. The teens. This is my name. This is what happened. They were 16. And he walked in on them knowing they were naked, and he said, it's nothing I haven't seen before. That's what he did. You know, it's just, yeah, fucked up. An unnamed Miss USA contestant said that in 2001, Trump walked into her dressing room unannounced while she had another contestants were undressed. She told The Guardian, Trump just barged in, didn't say anything, stood there and stared at us. He didn't walk in and say, oh, I'm sorry, I was looking for someone. He walked in, stood, and he stared. He was doing it because he knew he could. Another contestant told The Guardian the contestants had spoken to others of this event at the time. I feel if I unleashed my swearing, I'd be dead. It's fine. It's just, like, as they say, he does it because he can. He does it because he feels like he's powerful. He does it because he wants to have power over people. It's just, I don't know. It's very, I don't know. It fucks with your head. Like, he doesn't get told no. Constantly doesn't get told no. Now he's not impeached. Like, well, he's impeached twice, but he didn't get consequences for that impeachment. He never gets told no. If you don't tell someone no, they're not going to learn. So, in 2000, Donald Trump paid $250,000 to settle fines regarding charges brought by New York State Lobbying Commission. Still casino stuff. There's still trials. Is there still trials? Because it sounded like it was over, Tony. It's not over? Okay. I will need to look into this for next week. Miss Trump, just Tony, give me hope. So, in 2000, it's very much like where he starts renting his name out, going into the TV shows, becoming who he is now. He doesn't build buildings. He rents his name. So which sexual charges is he charged with? Because from what I've read, they've all been dropped. So I have 2 more left. They're not... He doesn't have any sexual charges, Tony. He has 4 defamation cases regarding the sexual charges. 4 defamation cases regarding sexual charges. That's what I've It's what I'm looking into. I've looked into all 26 sexual charges. This is what I'm doing now. And not all of them have gone through the law, and that is fine. That is up to every woman, what they want to do. But 4 of them have done defamation cases because he's called them liars. Also, there is a statute of limitations regarding regarding rape. In America, a big one is tax evasion. That is, unfortunately the big one. Because, rape doesn't count as a big one. No, but there's a statute of limitations on rape, and it's really limited in America, which is fucked. Let's go on to this one. Yeah, the IRS, he's fucked with that one. On October, 2000, America is fucked. 2006 related that Trump's conduct was creepy around women pageanting, but never made any advances towards her. She also said that before pageant events, Trump had moved into areas where she and other contestants were getting ready. My throat. Tell me more, he's fucked. Hovell wrote, "You can't work in Hollywood if you're a sexual predator, but you can become the commander-in-chief." She then related how Trump made her feel uncomfortable. "He eyed me like a piece of meat. I was shocked. I was disgusted. I have never felt so objectified. I left the meet and greet hoping that this would be my one and only encounter with him." So, this is just kind of like speaking about how he would walk in on them. If he felt like he owned all the women at the pageantries, which is disgusting. And this is, I feel like, the most talked about sexual case. Summer Zervos, 2007. This was filed in court. She was the former apprentice contestant who accused Donald Trump of sexually assaulting her in 2007, presented evidence on Thursday in the new court filing back her claims. She contacted lawyers about her allegation in 2011. So before he was so publicly running, he was about to run in 2012, but she got out there before he was public running, and she reached out to Fox News about the matter. And in August 2015, according to the new filings for her lawyers, she sued Trump in August 2017, alleging that he defamed her. And in 2016, after making a public statement about her allegation in 2007, she claims that Trump kissed her twice on the lips during a lunch meeting at New York office and on separate occasion in Beverly Hills. She alleged he kissed her aggressively and touched her breast. Trump and the Trump Organization released phone calls for the 3-month period between 2007 and 2008, showing that several calls between Trump and Zervos, which is fucking stupid because they were working together. Of course they're calling each other. A month earlier, the Trump Organizations made available Trump's itinerary for the alleged days, and the documents lined up with what she was saying. So he gave an itinerary proving her story right. Summer, who was suing Trump for calling her a liar after she accused him of sexual assault in 2007. The fact that the plaintiff sought legal counsel in 2011 and spoke about it to others, including news organization, years before the events of 2016, at issues in the case strongly support the inference that her core narrative is true. Yeah. I feel like that is a good place to lead to this.
Here to sing the theme from Green Acres, please welcome Donald Trump and Will and Grace's Karen Walker.
to be. Farm living is the life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide. Keeping hot, just give me that countryside.
North is where I'd rather stay. I get allergic smelling hay. Just adore a penthouse view. Darling, I love you. Give me Park Avenue.
The George.
The stars.
Fresh air.
Trump Tower.
You are my wife.
Goodbye, city life.
Green Acres, we are there.
So, I thought that was a better way to end it. Hey, Flat. I just thought it would be better to end it than talking about all that fucking horribleness. It got to me. Honestly, it really got to me. And that's why I've been having a really hard time with everything. Thank you. I worked really hard on that. Well, she was not fun. But I do hope that it was somewhat entertaining. Yeah. I hope it was okay, and I hope that it was, yeah, like, as I said, I believe anyone can be fixed. I believe that anyone can change. I believe, and I have a note, for 4 years he's not president. Yes. I believe that anyone can change. I believe that anyone's got the capability. But once you get to 74, I don't think so. I don't think so. But I am happy that that's out of the way. There are a couple more assault allegations that I do have to go through next week. But a lot of it's more happy, dumb stuff. Americans might not find it thank you. I enjoyed it. I also didn't enjoy it. I like my tie. I made it long to mimic the man himself, the myth, the legend. Thank you guys. I think I've killed my throat from talking so much. Let's have a look what we got, sees. But yes. Hold on. Yeah, my throat's dead. First of all, oh, Stardew, that's what we want to watch. We want to watch Stardew in this time. Night, Tony. I'm reading someone playing Stardew. What? I am waiting. What? Okay, yep, watching clip first. I did promise. Hold on. You should get Stardew. If you get Stardew, I will play with you anytime, lovely. Okay, on it. Okay, that was great. I love it. I love it. As in, get it. As in, understand. Hey, Pum, you're fine. You get it fine. It's fine. Okay. Let's go watch some Stardew. I need to rest my voice. My voice is dying. I'm building Lego. Bye everyone. Thank you for being here. I had a wonderful time. It's kind of... My brain died. Thank you guys. I'm gonna leave now. Bye guys.